Happy Monday, y'all. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. It's an amazing day. Blessed to be alive. I'm glad you guys are on my channel. Please subscribe if you guys love the information and what you guys see. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. This is for entertainment purposes only. And all right, let's go. So y'all, trust the process. Strategies for growing wealth in the stock market, guys. My channel. All right, y'all. So let's start. So originally QBTS, I bought this because originally it was showing insane relative strength. And you want to focus, if you're a breakout strategy buyer, you want to focus on the strongest stocks. You want to focus on the stocks showing the most relative strength. And originally it was March 12th, this day, D-Wave Quantum came out with news saying that they achieved computational supremacy in quantum simulation. D-Wave annealing quantum computer outperformed one of the most powerful classical supercomputers in the world in solving complex magnetic material simulation problems with relevancy to material discovery. And Skywater was the fabricator. Ticker symbol SKYT. Anyways, on top of that, I really feel like that news really surprised and shifted the market to quantum being something that's being realistic. It's like coming to fruition. And the more and more, Google and all these big companies that are showing that they're investing their money, that, they're coming out with better programs of quantum and whatever it is really driving these prices. Think about, let's go back to, the technology era back in 2000s when it was just a gold rush. And I think everybody is just looking for that gold rush of a sector. And quantum is obviously a story stock. It's not fundamentally driven at all. You do carry more risk in these types of plays. And you just want to focus on playing the chart setup, playing the relative strength, sizing in with proper risk management strategies, and you can achieve phenomenal results. And so they also, on March 13th, they came out with their earnings and it was relatively pretty strong. I mean, they got some pretty good guidance, and markets love forward-looking guidance. They love seeing that companies are doing well. They want to look forward-looking. They don't care what you're doing now. No one cares what the company is doing now. They don't care what they've achieved now. They want to see what they're achieving moving forward. So prices can relatively price in future like predictions and whatnot. But anyways, I mean, quantum, originally the first run up was IonQ. Okay? Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Look closer at the screen. So originally, what really started quantum moving, the sector moving, was when IonQ came out with their earnings. It was relatively pretty decent and made this insane run up. So guys, when you're playing story stocks, see, it ran almost 100%, almost 130% before all these small caps started running. And once all the small caps started running, you're like, oh, they're not running, I'm just going to ignore them. No, keep them on your watch list and be aware of them. And you can nibble a little bit, but once those things start catching volume, you want to be present and in that volume. Guys, it doesn't take a lot of money to make a lot of money if it's the right trade, if it's the right setup, if it's the right story. Forget about fundamentals. Fundamentals don't play in story and thematic situations. So, moving forward, guys, I mean, some examples can be RGTI. Look at this, guys, 1,000%. We're talking about in 1 month, 1,000%, guys, 1,000. It only takes one of these, and this is life-changing trades. For example, investors, they're happy with what, 10%, 15% CAGR, or 20%, right? On average, one of these will change your life. You just have to play it properly, and you gotta be ready. You have to not waste your mental capital on useless trades prior. Save those bullets for the best trades. Anyways, guys, so going back to QBTS, we're making all-time highs right now. It looks like it's been running for what, 5 days? Looks pretty relatively overextended. But shorts are just screwed right now. They are just begging to be saved. And it's definitely squeezing. So I'd say 2 more days, this continues forward and it'll draw back. But on Thursday, I believe, I think it was NVIDIA. On Thursday, NVIDIA is announcing whatever, Quantum Day or whatever it is. It has something to do with that. So prices are moving relative to that. And so right now it's looking like we're at all-time highs. I mean, we're trading 100 million. Look at this, guys. 100 million, 200 million volume candles. Come on. We're talking about that's some serious volume. Looking at some more information that's important and relevant. Guys, 21% short interest. Or short flow. Not interest, short flow. This short float, the more the short float, it's obviously the shittier the company is. But relatively, it's the more the stock squeezes when the going gets going. When the going gets going, whatever. You know what I mean. But it has 250 million float, which is relatively not bad. And other fundamental things to look at is kind of irrelevant because you're going to be like, what? They make 10 million in sales and they're valued at 3.5? Well, when you have a story stock, this is what happens. Throw your fundamentals out the door with these plays. And study them. Write them down. Journal them. Look at what they do. Look at how they play out. That's how you're going to learn. You're going to have to go through many different types of setups, different types of variation, different types of way that these occur. And most of the time, what I've seen with story thematic stocks is that they're slow sometimes. It may take a couple days for them to react, and it may instantly react. So I've done it a few times. Oh, buying it on, for example, the bird flu or whatever it is, or monkeypox. I remember with GOVX, I bought it anticipating that the monkeypox is gaining traction and whatnot. So I bought it, and then it went. I was up on it. I did very well. The next day, I just had a slower day and whatnot. So on top of that, relatively, the slower day that I had was that I thought it was done, the stock. I thought it was completely, it's done, I'm just going to stop out, and whatnot. But next thing you know, the next day, GOVX went from 3 to 12 or 13 or 14, whatever it was. I mean, I was like, whoa, wow. I mean, that's incredible. And because I was a little early, if I had doubts, I could have still left some size, I could have left some positioning. But see, when you're rushing and when you're doing stuff like you want that play to work out instantly, and when you're not sized properly, that's what happens. Impatience. Being sized properly is essentially position sizing is essentially a very important part of trading, guys. It's very important to position yourself in a way to win. Just like a sports team, just like F1's race car. Any athletic sport, any competition, it's preparation to be at the best and win. So preparation is very important. Night before, day before, weekends, whatever. Prepare your watch list. Have a watch list that you're looking at to see, like, oh, okay, like this is moving, this is showing relative strength. That's how you're gonna see these things. They're just not gonna pop up out of the blue and you're gonna just find it on your scanner. No, it's too late probably by then. Look at stocks that are just building and look at this. Just building bases. That's it. Relative strength. Look, building bases, moving sideways. Moving sideways and bam. Just look at stocks like that moving sideways and just shoot. But it needs to be news that's game changing, that news that's changing the trajectory of the stock, you know. And I see it as like, an airplane, right? An airplane has a destination to go from one side to the other. Imagine if the trajectory changed 90 degrees and it flew completely somewhere else, unexpected from what everybody was expecting. And that's what happens when a game-changing news happens to a stock. It's like the airplane going somewhere nobody was expecting. It was a surprise. What? Where are we, And that's the same thing. When that surprising news hits, you want to have a piece, And you can just pyramid it, As it goes, just relatively add. Do whatever you want to it, But making calculated and systematic moves is probably the best way to go about it, as you're using your logic to make decisions versus using your emotions. Emotions is not going to lead you to the right path of trading. It's going to lead you to the dark alley of trading. It's going to lead you the complete opposite way. So guys, don't guess, don't assume, don't, be prepared. Have your stuff together. Have your stuff ready. Have a watch list before. Have a game plan before. Every sports team has a game plan, and study, practice, You want to get better? Keep practicing. You'll see, your eyes will recognize it more and more. And obviously, guys, conditions of the market do matter. Guys, this is very important. Listen carefully. Conditions of the market matter. If the condition of the market shit, plays are less likely to work out. So guess what? You take a break. Okay? Take a break. Sit on your couch, put your head back, sleep, take an afternoon nap. I don't know. But don't get yourself distracted when the conditions are not right. Correct? And that goes for anything. So, QBTS is so far performing pretty well. It's doing good. And I'm going to continue holding it. I may start trimming it and whatnot, but it's not bad. But other stocks that I'm looking at, PDT, Chinese stock, it's not bad. The whole China theme is just really, the stimuluses and everything is just making matters better, and driving people to go to different asset classes versus US assets. So you need to adjust. You need to be adaptable, you know. And taking a look at XBEV, this looks pretty good. Relatively a Tesla China stock, you know, do the same thing. But other than that, just keeping my discipline, keeping my stop losses, having a plan, not going in randomly, and sticking to a set of rules. All right. And practice, 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 practice continuously. You want to get better. I remember I was reading a book, and Larry Bird was saying every morning before he went to school, he would take 300 free throw shots. 300. His commitment showed what it takes to become great. And that's the same thing. You want to be great? Practice. Put in the work. Make the mistakes. Use small size. Experiment stuff. See what kind of trader you are. See who you are in the game. And the game will lead you and guide you to the person you are and show you exactly what needs to be shown. So, yeah. Other than that, guys, have an amazing Monday. It's a great day. It's beautiful, sunny. Already went for my daily walk. About to have a nice cup of coffee. And I hope you guys have an amazing day, amazing trading day. All right, guys, take care. Peace.